All right, welcome back. So what we're going to do now is we have pulled in our template from the CubeMX that's kind of integrated into the CubeIDE interface system. And so if you recall from last time, we can get back to our CubeIDE example, and what this little interface here lets us do is it lets us, we can come in here and we can select different pins, and we can bring in things like middleware. Let's say that we want to run FreeRTOS. We can go ahead and select that and have it drop FreeRTOS into our system here. We're not going to do that right now. We're gonna stay with what we've got. But this is what this interface is for. It's really to generate those pieces of template code that later on could save you some time, right, as you're getting started. All right, so I'm going to come back to main here. One thing I like to do, you get this base code in. Of course, it's not where we want to end up, but it's a good starting point. Let's just build it, and so we can look at what it looks like when this code actually compiles. And so I'm going to click this little hammer here. This little hammer is to build it, and of course, all these have function bindings, and so you can do all this with key bindings. And I know as you develop, you're going to want to optimize your keystrokes and mouse clicks and whatnot, and so you could go in and figure out how to get this sort of optimized for your own personal liking. But basically, you can always click on these little menu items too. So I'm going to click on it, and you'll notice down here it's going through. Those of you who are familiar with the make file, it's basically just it's doing a make on running the ARM cross compiler. I'm running this on Windows, so it's cross compiling the C files. Of course, then it comes down here and it links them all together to build this L432.elf file that then gets then it does a dump on it so that it can get this information, like how big is it? For instance, it's using 2% of the RAM, it's using 4% of the flash, and so pretty straightforward, right? So, but this is kind of a nice thing to have, especially as you get closer on size, and you're adding things. Kind of is just a good barometer as a programmer in the embedded systems world. Good barometer to say, okay, does this make sense, or did my size just grow? Did I pull in something that I didn't intend to cause it to grow that much? So it's a good check. So you can always come back to when you rebuild the code again. Of course, it's using a make. So here's the make call. But in this console here, you can see that this is where the output of the binary tools, the tools, the compilers, and all the bin tools from the, if you're familiar with GCC, all the bin tools are running, and their output is going into this little window. So it's very much like command line. It's just happening kind of behind the scenes. All right, so I'm going to stop there, and then I'm going to, so I can break these into relatively short little vignettes, and then we'll come back and we'll look at debugging here just in the next video.